Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Math with Mr. W. Well, this is the first time we're going to make sure we have a lot of stuff with us. Yep, today we're going to be making 6, but we need some stuff. Yep, we're going to be making some teams. So probably teams of 3 or 4 would probably be the best. And I'm sure that in kindergarten, I mean, even when I taught high school for 30 years or more, I had a lot of lessons where I had kids in teams. So as you got your kids in teams of 4, whatever, and you might have each one of them have a certain job to do, but what you teachers need to have is some bags of poker chips. And on the poker chips, you need 10 that have 1s on them. Okay? And then you need 5 that have 2s on them, 3 that have 3s on them, 2 4s, 2 5s, and then 1 each, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are our bags, and you might have, well, let's say you have 24 students in your class, then you need 6 bags. Or if you want to do groups of 3, then you need 8 bags. It's up to you. The number of students you have in your group is up to you. You might put kids in pairs, then you need more bags. All right? What are we going to do? We're going to make 6. But we're going to make 6 every possible way we can. And we're going to do this not haphazardly. Well, maybe the beginning kind of haphazardly. But eventually we're going to start to put things in order. One of the students might say, well, let's look at 1s. We got a whole bunch of 1s, so why don't we work with the 1s? So they might start out by saying, yes, I have 6 1s to work with. So there's 4, 5, and here's 6, and that gives me 6. So I know that I can make 6 by adding 1 6 times. But I don't have to add 1 6 times. I can add 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, that's 4, plus 2, that still makes my 6. And of course, if you see, we've got a little bit of a pattern here. The next idea would then be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus, oh, these 2 make 3, and we have some 3 chips. So we can make 6 that way. Now, someone might immediately want to go 3 plus 3 is 6. That's good. And put that down. But I would stick with the 1s. And we have 1 plus 1 plus 4 equals 6. And then we have 1 plus 5 equals 6. Okay, and of course we have 6 by itself, but there's not adding anything together to make 6. So we just have the number 6. So if we're going to add things, these are possibilities where we have the number 1. But now there could be other things yet. Because if you remember, one of our students said, what about 3 and 3? Well, yes, but 3 is 1 plus 2. So we could have 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. And that makes 6. So we're trying to get as many ways as we possibly can to make 6. And there'll be enough chips in here for us to do that. And once they think they have all the different ways of doing it, then they want to put it in some kind of order to create so they can see some kind of pattern happen. If they put 1 plus 2 plus 3, that makes 6. Now, are there any others that start with 1? That haven't already been written? And my contention is that there aren't. So, now that we've got all of these written down, I can say, all right, now that I've finished my 1s, let's start with 2. So I can kind of just put a line under there and say, okay, what happens if I start with 2? Again, build up to get to 6. Now, if I don't want to go back to 1, okay, I don't want to go back to 2 plus 1, because there's our 2 plus 1s here, our 2 plus 1s are here. So I got to go forward. 2 plus 2 plus 2 makes 6. And 2 plus 4 equals 6. And so on. Now, it may seem like menial practice. Why are we doing this? Well, we're seeing that there's many ways to make 6. And why do we have the chips that have 6, 7, 8, and 9? Well, they're in the bag as well because we want to work this number from 6 up to 10 as the year goes on. So we are making 10 in as many ways as possible using as many chips as necessary. So you can have a whole lot of fun doing this. The students will recognize that there's more than one way to get to someplace, and that it's okay to do it a different way than someone else did. And that allows them to thinking that mathematics is not so rigid. Something that makes mathematics a little more free. And if you can get them start feeling that way as kindergartners, they're going to feel much better about math as they move forward in their math career. So I hope you had fun today. I sure did. And I'll see you next time on Math with Mr. W.